everyone. Welcome into another episode of A Walk with the Warhawks. This is the show where we go into the lives of our scholar athletes at McMurry, as well as our coaches and administration. Today's show presented by Raising Cane's, located on South Clack Street, right here in South Abilene. Stop by, get some chicken. Raising Cane's, proud partner of McMurry Athletics, proud partner of A Walk with the Warhawks. Today's guest is the lone senior on the swim team, Kaitlynn Cozma. Kaitlynn, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right, and I am digging your backdrop.
Yeah, I love it. I just needed a little spice up to the room instead of boring walls. So I have some lights hanging up too. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. A little change of scenery there. Speaking of scenery, by the way, we got to start with this right away. I know you were at practice, but did you see Old Main last night?
Unfortunately, I did not, but on my way back to like work and everything and walking back to the apartments, I saw it. So I wasn't there for the music or anything, which I really would have loved to because we were at practice, but it was pretty nice. I like that they brought it back. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, yearly tradition that we didn't have last year because there were technical difficulties, but this year it came back, and, you know, that put me in the holiday spirit so much that I had to wear this sweatshirt today. Look at this. Like, one of our students, one of our athletes, Javi Mejia, shout out Javi, who graduated last year. He actually drew this and we put it on a sweater. So that leads me to ask you, Kaitlynn, how early do you start celebrating Christmas?
I start celebrating, I guess normal-ish, but my family starts putting up a Christmas tree and like lights and stuff right after Thanksgiving. So we'll do our little Black Friday thing, and then, you know, Saturday or Sunday morning, we'll go and start putting up our Christmas tree. And then we have people that do lights because my parents don't want to do it. But that's when we do. But we love Christmas. We really do.
Yeah, me too. And typically I'm the same way. The day after Thanksgiving, that's the day you hang the lights. That's the day you do all the stuff. You get the tree ready. But hey, you know, I'm all good with November 18th. That's good too.
I mean, I am too. I'm ready to go ahead and put up a Christmas tree, get out, you know, Christmas scents. I always do my Christmas shopping early. Like, I'm on top of it. I'm a pretty good gift giver. So.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing what gift you get me this year. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. But, Kaitlynn, let's talk about you. Let's talk about, you know, how you got to McMurray. Your story is a little bit strange. We were talking earlier, and you said that you originally came to McMurray just as a student. You were focused on school, and then one day you just happened to be in the pool. You got discovered by coach, and the rest is history. So talk about that story from 4 years ago.
So I wasn't really prepared to like come to college. Senioritis was really real for me, my senior year of high school, and I had no idea where I wanted to go. I had heard about McMurray from a friend in high school that was actually coming here for athletics. And she told me about it. So I applied to here and ACU, and I just kind of took a chance and said, you know what, let's try McMurray. I think it was my first week here, like after welcome week, I had swam, and coach was having a team meeting, and he kind of just, after the team meeting, came up to me. He's like, you want to join the swim team? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Because I had such like a bad high school experience my senior year. So I finally just said, you know what, I'll go ahead and do it. And here I am 4 years later, the original senior.
The OG. And it almost never happened. If you wouldn't have been swimming that night, you know, this all would have maybe never came to be. But now you're the only senior. How does it feel to be in that role?
I think there's a lot of pressure because I'm the only one, and I think it's a little bit harder to get to know everyone and try to interact with each other because we aren't traveling, and especially in our sport, we don't really talk very much at practice. So I think I'm just trying to do the best I can and like help everybody as best as I possibly can. So.
Yeah, that's definitely not an easy role to be in, but, you know, it seems like you're doing a great job of that. Despite the pandemic, despite not being able to travel, and despite, you know, at practice, you're usually swimming through the water and not really able to talk a lot. So, but, you know, we're hoping to at least have 2 meets. We haven't announced the schedule yet for the swim team, but The Sky Championship still kind of up in the air. Could happen in February, March, or April, something like that. But what are you hoping to accomplish for yourself, and what do you hope to accomplish as a team?
So for myself, I'm hoping that I can beat a couple of my personal bests. And I think as a team, we have a really good spot this year. A lot of us have some record breaking capabilities this year, so I'm excited to see that, especially at conference and stuff. The meets before are a bit of a gauge of like where we're at, because practice swimming is a completely different level from meet swimming. Like you have that adrenaline rush going and you just kind of go and you don't really think about it. At practice, you're doing all these repeat like sets and drills and stuff so that you can like just be prepared and know what to do when you're in that moment and you have that adrenaline rush.
Kaitlynn, I know you've heard about rapid fire. It's time. Are you ready?
I think so.
All right. Rapid fire. All right, Kaitlynn, time for rapid fire. First question right off the bat, we got to ask you. You told me that all 4 of your parents are from 4 different countries. I found that to be absolutely amazing. So just kind of talk a little bit about that.
So my parents got separated when I was pretty young, and now they're all happily remarried. So my mom, she's from Puerto Rico. My stepdad is from Mexico. And then my dad is from Uruguay, which is in South America. And my stepmom is from South Africa.
Wow. You have the entire globe represented right there. That is amazing to me.
Yeah, it's really.
And it's all crazy. You claim Texas, right?
I do. I love Texas. My family loves Texas too. So like big melting pot that Texas is, they love it and we love it. And we love, going back home and like being able to see, like, I think 3 years ago I went to South Africa. So I miss going. It's pretty fun. So.
Man, that's so cool. You have family all over the place, but that's really cool that you ended up here, and Texas is a melting pot. You're absolutely right. Next question for you. Which teammate would you least like to be quarantined with?
I don't know if I can answer that question. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble. So I'm going to say myself. I don't want to be quarantined at all. So, yeah, you're going to get me in trouble. I can't do that.
Okay. All right. That's fair. You know what? I don't think I've ever had a pass on a rapid fire question, but you know what? I respect it, and your request has been accepted. Next question, because I know swimming is just one of the most taxing sports. I mean, you're just super tired after you're done. So I'm sure, after a big meet, you got to want a big post-game meal, right? So what's your go-to post-game meal?
Okay. I think it has to be like pasta. Even before, pasta after, like, it's always great. Homemade pasta. I used to have a teammate that his mom would make the pasta because they were Italian. It was great. Loved it. Pasta.
Got a carbo load. So what sauce do you are you more like, red sauce or more Alfredo?
Okay. If I'm out at a restaurant, Alfredo. But if I'm by myself, this is how we have it, like how my dad and I have it, and I love it. It's, you take a little butter, put some Parmesan cheese on it, just like that. Yeah. But like butter melted, not just like, straight on it. Melted with some Parmesan cheese.
Is it lunchtime yet? Oh, you're killing me. That's great. Okay, so what is your nickname and how did you get that nickname?
Okay. So my nickname is Smiley, and I got it from my coaches. The reason why they call me Smiley is because my freshman year, through all the pain and torment of practice, I would smile through the pain. So I was telling you, if I had a kickboard and we were doing a kick set and I'm just holding on to it, you just see a big smile on my face. Even if I was in like pain, if I'm breathing heavy, I just always had a smile on my face. And even now, but
Yeah, Smiley. It makes a lot of sense. I love it. Even with the COVID mask, like, can people tell that you're still Smiley?
I try to. I don't think so, because you kind of like squint, so I feel like people are taking it as a little squint, but yeah. It kind of looks scary too, but
Understood. Awesome. All right. So we've talked about this, I guess, before with other athletes that maybe are cross country or something else. But if you were a triathlete, for instance, and you had to do swimming, cycling, and running, which part of that would you enjoy the least?
running for sure. I hate running with like a passion. Dislike so much running.
Wow. Is there anything you hate more than running?
Sweet peas.
Okay.
Don't like peas.
That is very random. Wow. Okay.
I just don't. I can't.
So if you were ever to go on Fear Factor or something like that, like sweet peas and running would be the two things that just you couldn't.
They would honestly. Oh, well, birds, for sure.
Birds?
Yes,
Like just birds.
birds. Like I have. I don't necessarily would call it a fear, but I don't like birds. I can't.
Wow. Okay. So like if you're close to birds or if they fly towards you or
Yeah, if they get like close enough to me, I will kind of like break down and like have a mini panic attack because I just can't. And like when they fly over me, I kind of just like hunch over and I'm like, okay, just keep going.
what's crazy about that though is we have so many birds here. Like it's
I know. Okay, so they're not like around me. So I'm glad I kind of moved away from like Hunt and Martin and all that because that's where they usually are and like Presidents. So I'm glad I'm away from there so I don't have to have constantly, birds flying over me, but it's a little bit of a relief. So
that's awesome. All right. Final question for you. What is your favorite thing about McMurray?
I think my favorite thing about McMurray is definitely the community. Everybody makes you feel so at home and like more like family, especially like professors, coaches, and students. They're always like willing to help you. I think another thing is the lasting friendships that I made. Like I'm gonna miss them a lot next year. So
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's pretty much the overwhelming answer. This community is so special. It's so awesome. And I'm glad that you've been a part of that, Kaitlynn. Thank you again for taking the time to hop on the show. And we appreciate you coming on.
thank you.
All right. Good luck this season. And ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week for another episode of A Walk with the Warhawks. For Kaitlynn Cozma, I'm Mike Ezekiel.
We're supposed to say bye.
And we're done. Just like that. That's it. Like we fade off into the sunset. Like it's like.
I know. Okay, I said, are we supposed to say bye? I don't know if you caught that.
Oh no, we don't have to. We're good.
Okay. I was like, do we say bye?
Oh no, we just fade off. Like so, basically, I'll say I'm Mike Ezekiel thing, and it'll go black. Like.
Okay, gotcha. You're probably gonna have to cut that out because I said, are we supposed to say bye?
Oh yeah, it'll be cut out way before that. Like as soon as it says like my last name, yeah, we're good. Sometimes I leave that stuff in though because it's funny. Am I supposed to say bye?
I was kind of like, because like you said, there was like that little pause. So I was like, is he waiting for me to like, bye?
No, you're good. I've had people do different things. Oh, I'm frozen. Can you hear me?